It's hard to believe that it's already 2 years since Hugo Lloris lifted this amazing trophy in Luzhniki, Moscow, after what was simply an outstanding tournament in Russia. You know, we had great crowds, great atmosphere. All the host cities really embraced the spirit of the World Cup. And of course, the performances on the pitch were second to none. So yeah, here we are, just under 2.5 years to go to Qatar. 21st of November, we'll kick off the next World Cup. And today's launch of the match schedule really marks a milestone along that journey. So first and foremost, the match schedule is designed around sporting criteria. As football fans, we all want the best players in the world, the best teams in the world to perform at the highest level. And one of the key factors to ensure that is the amount of rest that the players get between matches. So with this match schedule, 61 out of the 64 matches, the teams have equal rest. They have 3 days rest between matches, which is optimum for sporting performance. This round of 16, there's 2 matches where the teams will have 2 days rest, and then the third place playoff match, there's 1 team will have 2 days, and 1 will have 3 days, which is not uncommon for that particular match. So for the 28 days which we have for this World Cup, which is slightly shorter than previous World Cups, this would entail a 12-day group phase and a 16-day knockout phase, with 4 matches a day during the group phase. In terms of process, once we look at the sporting criteria, discuss it with Qatar, we then submit it to our organising committee for competitions, and when they're happy with it, it goes to the FIFA Council for final approval. There's a number of factors which give us this additional flexibility than we would normally have. Firstly, the compact nature of Qatar. All the stadiums are within a compact radius, meaning travel for fans and teams is obviously very easy. There's no flights to be taken, there's no long travels to be undertaken. Also, the climate is perfect at that time of year in Qatar, whether it's an early kickoff or a late kickoff. So there's no technical aspects which affect this. But the assignment of matches after the draw allows us to, once the pairings are known, to have a look at those and to see whether we can provide a more beneficial kick-off time for audiences at home, for example, for their fans, or indeed for fans in Qatar with regards to the stadium allocation. It's not obviously going to work in all cases, but that additional flexibility is possible with this World Cup in Qatar. We haven't announced the specific date for the final draw yet, but it'll take place after the March window. So we're looking at the very end of March or the beginning of April, but we'll announce that very soon. With regards to the assignments, we'll be doing those immediately after the draw, as we know the world is waiting to find out who is playing who and in which stadiums will that match be taking place. The World Cup is always a festival of football, a real celebration for the fans who come on site and watch. And you know, in Qatar, with the compact nature, this is going to be amplified even more with 32 teams and 32 sets of supporters all in and around Doha, with Qatar fully embracing the experience of hosting the World Cup. The 4 matches a day during the group phase, the 2 matches during the round of 16 and the quarters, also provides much greater access and opportunities for fans to see not only their favourite teams, but also other best teams in the world, be that in the stadium or at the FIFA Fan Fest taking place in Doha. Yeah, all the details on ticketing will be available on FIFA.com, so I'd encourage all fans to keep an eye on that on our social media channels, and we'll certainly keep everyone informed so that they can also be part of this exciting World Cup.